You're listening to Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
My personal belief is that there is very compelling evidence that we may not be alone.
There has been and is an existing presence, an ET presence. It's not going to make a difference. It's not going to change reality.
I believe, as do the other folks that were on the flight, that when we visually saw it, that it was something not from this world.
Goof On Radio.
You were either in or you were either out, brother.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
Goof On Radio.
Remain seated, please. Permanecer sentados, por favor.
You're listening to Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
Hey, all right. Calm down. Welcome to the show, me and my big red eyes. Wow. I thought I got those taken care of. Hold on a second. Hold on. Did you hear what happened? UAPx is charging like a lot of money to do interviews. You know, they can't be doing this stuff to UFOlogy, charging $600 for an interview. What have they done? They didn't do anything for UFOlogy. Nothing. I can't think of anything. They're supposed to be non-for-profit. This is non-for-profit. You want to talk to me? $600. That's what it costs. Why, UAPx? Why? I'll tell you why. Because they're not in this field for the right reasons. Now I know it. It's all about the money. Hey, Ben Yorkshire the Goofonian with the £2, $2 super chat, super dono. Hey, it's not all about money. It's all about love, and that's what we got right here. Pure love. It's a super dono, everybody, 'cause he don't know much, but he knows he loves me. Thank you. Appreciate that. Ben, the Yorkshire Goofonian. Classic. There it is. Mucho gusto. Hey, you know what? That's a super chat. First one of the night. Thank you for supporting Goofon. I got a really quick one there. Just in case you missed it. Thank you, Ben, the Yorkshire Goofonian. Mucho gusto, generoso. Grazie. And you can help support Goofon same way. Super chat, super sticker, PayPal, Cash App, join the goof. I know. I was looking for a good shirt and I couldn't find one, and I just threw this on, and that's that. Thanks, Ben. And thanks, Ben. And there it goes. What are they doing? Charging $600. Yeah, we're going to have to talk about it. Obviously. This is really silly. Hey, Bernie Muro. Thank you for the $1 super dono. That's right, folks. It's a mucho gusto uno donation. Grazie. Thanks, Bernie, a continuing supporter of Goofon. Mucho gusto. Generoso. Grazie. Who's this? Troubles and Company Blading. Oh, this is new. You're new. This is new, I said. This is new. I didn't. I think I have it backwards, is what she's telling me here. Yep. Tony's first. Sorry, we'll come back to you. Tony Introvert with a 2 something. I don't know what planet that's from, but it's the sideways C with 2 lines going through it. Oh, dude. Thank you very much. I appreciate. Hey, any denomination is so grateful here. I mean, I'm telling you. Thank you for supporting Goofon, Tony. Sorry about the 5-minute intro. That will be the last one. You want to know why? You want to know what I had set up for tonight? And then I realized I can't play it. And it was this one. I was going to start the show with only a 1:08 intro. This one. See, I was going to do this one, remember? But then I realized I'm not playing this one.
Look at this thing. It's rotating.
Anyway, I don't know why I'm playing that thing. It's so stupid. I'm like watching it and I'm like, oh, this should be a good show. Yeah, I blew some vape while that was going, and wow, that is bizarre. So, thank you. What? Can't do this anymore. I will be right back. I can't do it. I won't. Not playing this game anymore. Tired of fucking around. Always something with this fucking screen. Can't handle it. I can't handle it. Fixing it right now. Once and for all. This can never get undone again. It'll never get undone. It can't. There's no way this can ever get undone now. It'll never come undone again. Which is a lie. I can't handle when that shit happens, man. I'm not playing games anymore. You know what I mean? I just can't do it. Oh, I swear to God on my life right now. I swear to God! You want to play games, huh? You want to play games? Oh, we'll play games. Oh, yeah, we're going to play games. You want to play games with me? Huh? Yeah. Get him! Come on! That's right. I'm going to charge you to be a green screen. How would you like it if I charged you to be a green screen? Get on there! I swear everything is dying right now. I am going to kill every living organism that is around me because I'm angry. And if that didn't work, then I'm done. I'm quitting the show tonight. If that comes undone one more time, we're done. That's it. I don't care. Thank you, Troubles and Company Bleeding. Should at least pay something. You entertain me every night. I do. I do. I do is not just a thing you get in your eye in the morning. Pissed. So, I have this 10 by 10 screen, right? And if anybody has a green screen, it has to go almost to the floor and, above your head, which mine is about 2 feet from the ceiling since I have 12-foot ceilings. And when I first started here in Florida, I had everything on that wall and I couldn't tape up. I mean, I had to put 6-foot strands of tape just to keep the thing spread open wide. I don't know how people do their shows with these tiny screens and not have it fall out of the sides here. Maybe it's the camera. I'm using the same camera everybody else uses, pretty much. It's that Logitech POS. But if I don't have it stretched out, then you get those gaps that we saw, and I just won't go on if there's a gap there. Thank you, Troubles and Company Blading, for the £4.50 super chat. And that is your first super chat to goof on. Thank you, Troubles and Company Blading, for the pay something for me every night. Hot good! All over smart super chats. Mucho gusto, generoso. Thanks, Troubles and Company Blading. So it's true. Tim Freestone threw a couple of bones at us so we could have some bananas. Tim Freestone, grazie. Tomorrow your dream will come true. There will be a brand new intro, which I'm already done with it. I've been done with it. But it'll be up tomorrow. Tim Freestone, $2. You're a continuing supporter of GoofOn for a long time. Thank you very much. Mucho gusto. So, all right, I'm not going to do hellos and intros and all that for you guys. We've already wasted enough time. And I don't think it's a waste of time. Tim, thank you. It's just, we got to move on. I'm only doing the show about an hour, so I'm not going to go 2 hours tonight. It's Monday Night Football. I'm not feeling too good. We got to move on. Plus, there's not a lot of stuff going on except for this. Now, I have no problem. By the way, welcome to the show, A through Z. All right? Don't get mad. But it's Monday, right? It's the 28th of November. We're almost done with this year. And another smack in the face for ufology that already has a black eye. Ufology is bruised, battered, beaten, and it's always in recovery mode because ufology can never get forward without falling backwards. And when ufology falls back, it hits his head. It hits its head, not his head, its head. I didn't, you know what? Fuck it. Yeah, hits his head. You wanted equal rights? You got your equal rights. Nah. Wrong show. Sorry. It falls back and hits his head. I know I said it and then his. You can't do that in writing. That's improper English. But ufology has definitely hurt itself with this bullshit behind me. And we're going to go over the tweet. Now, Dave Scott from Spaced Out Radio calls me today and says, have you seen what UAPx is doing? I'm like, no, I just woke up. They're charging $600 for interviews with podcasters. We're going to go over the tweets because Dave was pissed off as well. Wilka with the £2. No. With the $2. No. Canadian $2. It's a Canadian coin. $600, he says. I spent that on a girl named Coco. Who hasn't? My smile gone? Okay. I never paid. Never had to. Will, I understand. I may be at that point in my life now where I have to pay for sex. Sad. I'll do it. I don't care. Thank you, Wilka. Throwing it down. Go watch Carnundrum. I know you put another video out. I haven't thought about playing it yet. I mean, I have thought. I don't know if it's for the show. Maybe at the end I'll do it. But it's different, your video, this one. I don't know if I replied to it yet. But we'll take a look. Thank you for your super chat, your devoted loyalisms. Loyalties? Loyalties. Yeah, that's it. I'm going to pull up the Twitter thread that's going on about the $600 they're charging. First of all, they're supposed to be non-profit organization, right? They're doing things out of the goodness of their hearts, their time, their own money. And when you see do you remember several months ago when Christina Gomez sent that email out and put a notification on her Twitter that she will be charging $500 if she goes on your show and agrees to go on your show if you don't have 15,000 subscribers, 20,000. It was 20,000 for one thing and 10,000 for another or something. She had a fee now. Like, Who is Christina Gomez, you're asking? Exactly. She's the fembot that's over on that channel on the other side of the world. That's what she is. She's a fembot. She's like the prototype fembot. You know, can't act yet, doesn't form sentences properly. You know, when it answers a question, it has to read everything about it first, and then it comes back to you. Yeah. UAPx. I'm gonna pull up their POS website thing here. I'm really upset at this. I am, but I'm not. Like, I was never gonna have him on the show anyway. It's like, why? What's the purpose of having these people on your show? What are they going to say? They don't have anything. They don't have any valuable evidence. Nothing has ever come from UAPx. I don't know. I may be wrong, but I don't know anything that they've worked on that turned out to be new evidence. Let's see, donations and merch is a federally recognized 501c3 tax-exempt scientific research organization focusing on the study of UAPx as defined by the U.S. government. Donations to non-profits are tax deductible. This means that when you make a contribution to an organization that has been designed as a non-for-profit, look, they won't even put it in there a second time, because even they know saying nonprofit more than once is not, it doesn't sound as good as saying Section 501c-3 says non-for-profits are tax deductible. You are not receiving anything in return for your gift. You are eligible for a deduction when you file taxes if you donate to these guys. They already have this neutrino, a photon for 5, a muon for 10, a positron for 25, Higgs boson 50, and stable wormholes $100 every month, valid for 12 months. What are they giving you for $100 a month? For $1. $1 a month. How we operate. Mission: federal nonprofit scientific research organization based in Florida. Oh, I should try to get an interview with these motherfuckers. Oh, I'm sorry, I swore. I'm so sorry. I forgot where I was for a second. Sorry, Dorothy, if she's here. During our first expedition, they say, we recorded scientific and actionable data from multiple visual sensors, such as visual imagery, infrared imagery, and radiological measurements and other sensor modalities of a previously unknown atmospheric event. Our data methods fill a gap in the scientific knowledge of this phenomenon caused by the lack of high-quality, unclassified data. No other known civilian scientific research organization maintains the amount and quality of data regarding potential UAPs and UAPx. Our equipment and processes consist of, but are not limited to, radiological measurement devices developed or inspired by MIT, FLIR, NASA Ames Research, and other COTs and internally developed technologies. You know, I don't know what they've done. What have they done? You know what I mean? What have they done? And if they're non-for-profit, how dare they charge $600 fee to go on a podcast? How dare you? You are not worth $6 of my time. 6 cents of my time. Now you're not. You may have been worth 6 cents. Now you're not. What you're doing is what they're doing is, it's not going to work. Nobody's going to pay for you. Nobody wants, you know why they're doing it? You know why they're charging $600? Me neither. But we're going to find out because it's in the tweets why they're doing what they're doing. It's not on their, it's not here. It's not on this, not on their website for some reason. Let's see. Let's see if it's in the news section. Nope. Nope. All right. The first scientific results from UAPx was November 20th. It took them all this time. Let's see. I want to see what their evidence is. I want to see. I have got to see what their this is it? This is it? All right. Does anybody know what their first... The 2022 SCU AAPC was held in Huntsville, Alabama, and shared virtually. Mr. Rich Hoffman was the moderator. Dr. Matthew Zadegas, Dr. Kevin Newth cover the initial results of the Catalina Island instrumented investigation conducted for 5 days. Oh. This is Hole in the Sky? Is that what this is?
Our first set of presenters,
oh my God, it's
by the
2.5
way,
hours.
The UAPx team. We have with us Dr. Kevin Knuth. Dr. Kevin Knuth.
Oh, it's Knuth?
Is a
yeah, I thought I was
professor
wrong.
of physics
Oh well.
at the University of Albany.
Hold on.
So Gary Voorhees and Kevin Day devised a plan to revisit an area off the coast of California to get data, just like I was saying we don't have. We accept that we do, but we want to get even more data and get our own data where we had known the data provenance. So Gary and...
I fucking hate that. The providence. They had to get the data providence. Fuck you. Nobody started using providence until Lou Elizondo started that 4 years ago. It was September 8th. I think it was 2017. September 8th, he started that word, bringing that to our culture, to the UAP narrative that you so love. All of you love this shit. You love Lou. You love UAPx. I don't know why. I don't get it. They're not doing anything. Really. They're talking about shit that nobody has any video of, right? We have to take their word for what they're showing us. There's no evidence here. This is just all theories and showing off their equipment. This doesn't excite me at all. I mean, yeah, that's cool, but who gives a shit when something shows up in the sky and the power goes out magically? Remember that? It happened like 3 times on Skinwalker Ranch with these nut jobs. They suck. They got all this equipment, probably funded by Sieg Fuegel, the Fuhrer himself, and either that or yeah, this is unbelievable. This is what they're calling. This is data. For what? An anomaly that happened, right? The hole in the sky? Isn't that what it is? This is crazy. First for Fleer. Oh my God. So they're just trying to go down to the flicker of a fucking flare and trying to get data like this. But let's see. Let's just stop at one here. I keep getting something showing up here. I got to do that. July 14th, 2021 in Laguna Beach, 1,600 hours, 46 minutes, 51 seconds, 70 out of 84 events caught. What? 70? Remaining missed look like obvious bugs, both insects and camera type. Estimated to be 2 times human efficiency. False positive rate by frame estimated to be 15 to 20%. Needs to be so high to not miss any of the possibly potentially interesting events. CTAP works by converting MOV or MP4 files into lossless BMPs. All right. Wow. You know what this is? You want to know what this is? Nothing. It really is. Yeah, no. I know they got this data, right? They have all this data. You just saw a lot of parentheses and equal signs and a lot of numbers and a lot of big words, ambiguities. Jeremy McGowan. Oh, I mean, we've got all these things, 10 to the fourth power, 10 to the fifth power. We got all this shit that you and I don't understand. But to them, this is doing really good work. On what? When you don't have video, is this it? This is the video right here.
This is what the UFO DAP triggered on at this point in time. And it's not clear exactly what this black spot is. And so this is one of the things we're looking at. This is, I wouldn't necessarily call this anomalous.
You mean that cloud?
It's ambiguous. We don't know exactly what's going on.
Oh my God, maybe it's a cloud.
The first job is to
we don't know what clouds are. I've never seen that before.
Dark spot in the sky this night.
Good job, guys. You guys are doing great with clouds.
From the boats do. And then
gee, remember this when they found all those swirling things? See, this is in the movie if you haven't seen it. The one with what's the name of that movie? It wasn't bad. I don't remember. It had Caroline Corey in it. It was one, yeah, I can't remember the name of it. But these were swirling. Now, a funny thing happened on the way to the TV. When a video was playing one night, I saw the same thing. I don't know if there's some cameras, and I know some of you out there know this. Have you ever pressed play on a recorded whatever? And let's say the background is kind of like this, just plain, not much going on, right? Just pretty blah. But and it's not pixels. I don't know what it is, but everybody probably noticed this. Have you ever noticed the swirling, almost counterclockwise spinning of tiny super dots that kind of look like what we have here? I can show you when it pops up again on a video, and I've done it several times. I just never said anything. But there's videos out there when you're playing them. They have this, I don't know if it's from the camera. It's got to be a camera anomaly that creates a haze of things spinning counterclockwise. I've seen it. And I don't know if it has to do with, I think it has to do with I still use high 8 and digital tapes, tapes, not just pure digital. It's not going just on a card. It's going on a recording tape and a DV tape. And I think that may be from the tape. I'm not sure. But whatever they captured here, I don't think it's anything. And for those of you who have seen that movie, they are trying to call this a portal. Oh, is that the name of it? A portal in the sky? But they think they captured a portal in the sky. They think this is a portal.
There's white spots here, which we do see later. We see something like that later. But we also see these dark spots, which seem to be some type of residual effect from maybe from white spots there. So it's not clear what's going on. But it's suggestive that this is some kind of artifact. And the hole is still rather much in place and then kind of disappears as the camera pans.
Oh, so it disappeared when the camera panned. So it really was not there.
There dots appearing every now and again.
Oh, it's a camera anomaly. They don't know what they're talking about. This has got to be a camera anomaly.
But all of these camera behaviors have to be studied very carefully to figure out exactly what's going on.
Anyway, they still.
That's going to take fall streak clouds happening where
this has got to be the most detailed report I've ever seen on a cloud. It's just a joke. They're a joke. I think they're a joke. What they're doing is what Lou Elizondo did. It's the same thing. They're acting like they're doing something really important, and they are working. But to spend all that time on a cloud just is annoying. It's very frustrating for somebody like me. Like, this is what ufology has turned into. Now clouds can be portals, and these guys don't understand what these dots are. They're trying to make something out of nothing. And they did. They succeeded in making something out of nothing. They created all of this stuff with their own programs that they wrote, that their programs are, believe it or not, designed to give them what they want. Evidence that isn't there. I know, it sounds weird. It's true, though. Those guys did not catch a portal. If that was a portal, and they knew it was a portal, why aren't they camping out there for a year? Oh, they don't have the money? Sieg Fugel has a little bit of money. He's a real estate mogul. I'm sure he could find a place right out there for you guys to live for a year and study the sky and look at the clouds and see if it repeats itself. That's what you're supposed to do, and they're not doing it. Carol and Corey, if you're watching this, you need to go back out there and do part 2. Stay there for 6 months to a year, not 5 days. 5 days ain't going to give you shit. Once they know you're there, why would they show up? So funny to me. Oh, we stayed there 5 days. We did an investigation. That's it. A true investigation for UFOs takes years. Years. It does. It does. Somebody gets abducted. Yeah, she's there. I didn't say it. I didn't say that they're not doing it. I just hope you are. I just hope you are, Carolyn. I can't believe you're here. I didn't know you were here. But I hope you do. God, that'd be great. Because this evidence is awfully weak for somebody like me and everybody here. And we respect you and everything you've done in that movie. We just want more. And you can understand our frustration. I'm here 18 years doing this. And all I see is ufology going the other way. We've been duped. We've been played. We've been used as pawns in Lou Elizondo's game. And quite frankly, we're a little bit fed up with mediocre stuff. And look, they did a lot of work, UAP, on this. I said that earlier. I don't understand it, though. I don't understand it. I understand what they're saying there, but the formulas and all this stuff, I don't get. I understand what I'm reading, but it needs to be laid out in layman's terms, and I think they do that, but I haven't gotten that far in the video. But I want to move now to the $600. Greg O'Brien, thank you for the $1 super chat. I didn't keep it up there while I was talking. I saw Carolyn was there, and that just blew me away. I had no idea she was here. Mucho gusto generoso, Greg O'Brien. Thank you very much for the $1 super chat. A continuing supporter of GoofOn and a well-opinionated individual, I might add. Grazie. All right, I have got to talk about... See, the reason I went over the UAPx and just briefly went over some of the video that's here and whatnot, I wanted to show you that they're non-for-profit, supposed to be. And the information they provide on this thing in the sky that's probably just a cloud. I know I'm probably going to get ripped for it, but I got to be honest with you. I don't see anything but what may be a strange anomaly that's in that area. Why aren't we staying out there then? If it's that important, let's stay out there for more than just 5 days. I say get the Fuhrer, Brandon Fugel, to fund this thing, or Christopher Mellon. Those guys are loaded. They could easily go and find a place for you guys to set up shop. That's what needs to be done, because it's all happening out there over the Catalinas and off the coast of the Atlantic coast, you know, Bimini Road, and I hate to say it, Bermuda Triangle area. There's a lot of activity going on still to this day, even in Florida. You know, we're right here but we got both sides covered in Florida. We've got Atlantic, we got the Gulf, and God knows, being in between both of those, what's happening, why we're hearing about these earthquakes while in Florida. These loud booms that I've been hearing, other people in Florida have been hearing near Tampa. It's crazy what's going on. Now, the Catalinas are way over on the other side of the country, you know, off the California coast. And from what I understand over the years of doing this, I think there probably is some sort of underground, if there is, underground base underwater in the Pacific. Pacific is the perfect place for them to hide. I know you would say, well, they can hide anywhere. You know, they could hide on the moon, they could hide in Antarctica, they could hide underwater, in the ice, underground. They can do anything that we can imagine. And that's exactly all we have. All we have is our imagination. We don't have any evidence where they come from. Alfie Joe Bob throwing down a $3 super sticker. Thank you very much. First super sticker of the night. That's a big one. Mucho gusto, generoso friend. Thanks, Alfie Joe Bob. Appreciate it. Hold on. Somebody said I had a message. Yep. And Nathan. Nathan threw down $5.55 on PayPal with a question. 5 days, he said. It takes 5 days just to make sure all the batteries and cables are right. It goes all over the UFO camping trip with flares, balloons, and drones. See, that's the attitude. I wish we didn't have to think that way, Nathan. My wish for ufology was the main reason I got into this field, was to teach what I've learned. And apparently it makes people upset to learn that the people they look up to are not honest, corrupt, they sold out, they jumped the shark, they signed the contract, they did the handshake deal behind the, you know, it's just ufology. So with that being said, thank you, Alfie Joe Bob. Appreciate that. Got an interesting message. Okay. I want to pull up the tweets now. So, does UAPx do a lot of work? Yes. Yes. You know, I'm going to say this, and a lot of people don't understand why I say this, but it's junk. It is. It's just junk. It's junk data. Told you you're going to get mad when I say that it's junk data. What do I mean by that? Everything that I was just looking at with you, right? Let me pull it up again. All these equations and theories and hypotheses and charts and things like that. It's great. Don't get me wrong. I love it. We do need more people doing science. But we cannot forget about the people in the field. I know, I'm not, UAPx is strictly only government. Has nothing to do with the public, right? Am I right? UAPx, they're not about nothing public. Nothing in the public. Well, and I say junk, and it isn't junk. It's a lot of stuff that will never be repeated. We never have seen data repeating itself in this field. Do you know that? Nothing repeats itself. That's what's so hard about the field. Nothing. None of the evidence repeats itself. If that hole in the sky or portal in the sky shows up again, oh my God, now I'd be a believer. I'd be a believer there's something going on. Do I think something's going on anyway? Yeah, something's going on. Is it possible they found a portal? Absolutely it is. Do I know what a portal would look like? Nope. Nobody does. So the evidence they have could be smoking gun evidence. I know this. I'm just banking on like everything else in the field. It isn't. And it never is. And that's because, and I hate saying this because I don't know what the intent is of the phenomena, but you hear people say it all the time. Maybe the phenomena doesn't want us to know what it is. I don't like saying that because I don't buy it. That this all-seeing, all-knowing phenomena just stays just far enough out of the camera's reach to get that perfect, video or picture. It's just not the way it is. Thank you, Greg O'Brien, for the $2. Here is a number for UAPx, 10-1. Knuth uses a CPAP. I wish I knew what that was, but I bet you he does. Thank you, Greg O'Brien, for the $2 super chat. I don't know what that means. I don't know what a CPAP is. And then I saw this one too, Greg. Thank you for that. Another super chat for $1 earlier, I believe that was. And then we had Alfie Joe Bob, and there's Greg's. And then David Wilcock threw down a $10 Canadian super chat saying, we live in a world of zero accountability. True. Well, we live in a UFO world with zero accountability. Because we know people personally that have gone out of their way to fake stuff, and they're still here. They're still going on as if it didn't happen. Nobody boycotted that person. Nobody left them, right? Why? Because everybody's fallible? No. Not everybody lies, but everybody lies. And you can't argue with data, but if you don't understand the data, what good is it? All that stuff that they put together, David, could mean nothing. And I think they know that. But I don't see the benefit in this. And I always said this before. Why do we need an astrophysicist in ufology? Why? Why do I need somebody coming up with all of these numbers and everything else? What does it mean? If you can't repeat it, what does it mean? Okay, there's an anomaly out there. All right, you came up with all these pie charts and things that look pretty seriously. They look pretty serious to me. The whole thing looks like, that's just gorgeous. I would do anything for that. That's got to be at least 50 grand right there. Okay. David, thank you very much again for your continuing support. Mucho gusto, generoso, my friend. Thank you. Appreciate that. And it's true. Nobody's held accountable. Lou wasn't held accountable. Jeremy Corbell's not being held accountable for giving us disinformation. Dorothy Hawkins, you should be held accountable for being too nice. Thank you very much for the $2 super chat. Mucho gusto, generoso Dorothy, a continuing supporter of Goofon. Good friend of the show. Maybe? No? Yeah. I'm joking. Big sister in the house. Dorothy's my big sister. The big sister I wish I had. Yeah, that's sad. Thank you, Dorothy. But I know these guys think they're in their minds they're doing a lot of good. I just don't see the good in it. Now, I should be there. I should be at Skinwalker. I should be with these people when they see objects in the sky. Nobody in this field, nobody. There's very few people that have the experience in the sky like me. Over 20,000 hours. And then they think having Travis there, they think having all these other guys there, got an astrophysicist. Yeah, but the guy has no experience in the field. This much experience compared. And the things they say on that show are just mind-boggling. And I can tell, I'm talking about Skinwalker Ranch, and you can tell when some things just don't sound right. That for some reason, if it doesn't sound right, usually isn't. There's something wrong. And we've seen that plenty of times on that show. But they've got to make it interesting because nothing's happening over there at Skinwalker. But my point is, Travis Taylor hasn't given us anything. Ben Hansen worked for the FBI, right? He was the go-to guy 12 to 15 years ago. He's trying to make a comeback. He hasn't done anything new. It's impossible. This field is so stretched out and diverse, and so many different ideas, theories, and hypotheses, and all different types of evidence. But guess what? None of it's repeatable. Unless it's residual. Is that what a residual, like a residual haunting? But I'm talking about UFOs here for a second. Excuse me. Well, I built all that up to get to the main point of the show. To charge $600. I mean, it is true. It's here in black and white. I'm going to read it to you. I am shocked, really. I'm very much shocked. This is from Jeremy McCowan. Now, we've learned to be careful with Jeremy McGowan's words. He's not the most credible guy on the planet. There's something fishy with McGowan. And I'm not going to, it's PTSD. He was in the war. Got to give these military guys, got to give them credit. Yeah, live my life. I'll take a war over what was my life. Yeah, I have PTSD. Yeah, I do. Paranormal trouble seems deadly. No, that's not good. That's not PTSD. So UAPx now has a fee for podcasts, right here in black and white, and blue. It would appear that UAPx is being ridiculed for charging a fee to appear on podcasts. This was a unanimous vote by the entire board of directors. But before everyone gets upset, let's look at the facts. Historically, Gary Voorhees, Jeremy McGowan, Kevin Knuth, Matthew Sudeikis, Cecilia Levy, Ben Plasick, Jason Turner, and the others never charged or received a dime for appearing on any podcast, regardless of the viewership. We engaged with the public at large all the time, and we're happy to do so. We discussed our process, methodology, science, approach, what we've done, and what comes next. However, to remain singularly focused on our research, work development, and growth, we adopted a policy that significantly frees up the time of our research and administration staff and has a small potential to bring in a bit of additional revenue to the company. Every day, UAPx has expenditures. The list goes on, whether the site, data hosting, equipment purchases, sensor creations, day-to-day operations, which don't really cost that much. Okay, let's go over the list. The site, I don't care. Let's just give it $80 a year. Data hosting, another $50 a year. That's a lot, but I'm just being generous. Equipment purchases, I think they have everything they need at this point, right? That's all been purchased. Sensor creations, all right, whatever that means. Sensor creations, that's on you. Day-to-day operations, that's the price of doing business, or regulatory compliance. And we do this out of our own pockets. So do I. We all do. Our mech and our merch, I believe that should be. Our mech and donations combined bring in less than $500 a month average. Seriously? That's it? Volunteers, fully staff UAPx. None of us receive any compensation for our time to UAPx. We all have our day jobs, our families, and everything that goes with the normal existence. And on top of that, we have UAPx. On average, every member of UAPx is working an 80-hour week without bullshit. Bullshit. I'm calling the bullshit here and now. Nobody there. There's not enough work to be working. There's not enough in ufology to be working 80 hours a week. I'm not buying it. Show me the itinerary. Show me. I got to see why they think they're worth $600 for 2-hour talk or an hour or whatever. This is what we all did. I didn't make money till 2 years. I didn't make any money till 2 years ago, if you want to call it that. And it's donations from you guys. We all did this out of our own. That's ufology. What could be so fantastic that you're worth $600? You don't bring in any viewers. You're not going to, if I had those guys on, 20 subscribers. That's all I'd probably get. Geez, I helped Third Phase of Moon out and I get 80 subscribers just by the mentioning of my name. Talk about influencing people. We need people that are going to influence us, not people in this just lying about how much they're working. Nobody's working 80 hours a week. Do you know how hard that is? 80 hours a week? That's a lot. That's a lot. You don't have time for anything else. It says it right here. Every member, on average, it says, instead of saying every member, but on average, every member of UAPx is working 80 hours a week without recompense. Because we believe in what we are doing and we know how important this endeavor is. None of us have any plans to get paid by UAPx anytime soon. We understand how some podcasts may take exception to this company's blanket policy. However, it sticks. We have long said we don't want to contribute to the noise, speculation, or personal opinion, and instead, we stick to data, evidence, and provable, testable, repeatable results. Repeatable. That's the key right there. They don't have anything repeatable. Not a GD thing. We also have our own internal information dissemination outlet through these forums and our official UAPx blog. There is no reason for any representative of UAPx to appear on podcasts, taking more time away from our work and our families, and then seeing what we said twisted and speculated about. Our official statements will be issued through media outlets on this website or similar venues. Aww. Did the poor babies get their feelings hurt? See, this is the problem we're having. Their feelings are worth $600. We're not going to have what I said twisted. This isn't logical. It's not logical at all to charge $600 because people are twisting your words around and creating a lot of problems out of what you said. Question: why do you care what anybody thinks about you that you don't agree with? This is ufology. This isn't crocheting. This isn't how to make rice in under 2 minutes. This is a life for people here. And quite frankly, that makes us all look bad. But I tell you what, I'm going to make sure everybody knows that it's just them, that we don't charge. And I'm embarrassed for UAPx at this time. Then they say, last paragraph, there may be occasions where we waive the fee if we feel that the output, timing, reach, and reason align with our internal policies, needs, and desire for the company. In other words, if we feel you have enough subscribers and people that like us, well, we'll talk to you. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I've been talking about for 5 years. They don't care. They only care that people don't twist their words around. What do you think's going to happen? They're going to pay $600 for you to go on their podcast, and oh my God, people are still going to twist your words around. It is a weak, unprofessional. I think this is very unprofessional for ufology. To 600? How about 100? And then you're not worth it. But how about 100? Make it affordable for everybody. No, you don't want to do that. You only want to go on the big shows that can afford or pay you $600. This is a smack in the face to true podcasting, true passion for the field. See what they try to do? They try to make them look like they're up on a pedestal. Each one of our UAPx workers are working at least 80 hours a week. They don't have time for their families. They don't even have time for their jobs. All they do is UAPx, UAPx, UAPx. Day and night, night and day. No holidays off. Forget New Year's. We've got a portal to create. What a joke. We are consolidating and curating for output. I'm sorry, I read that wrong. We are consolidating and curating our output, providing a single point of information generated by UAPx via our website. We don't charge for you to read our blog or generated forms. Oh, thank you, UAPx. Oh, mwah, mwah. Thank God you survived. Thank God you can pull it together. Oh my God. Oh, if I had the $600, I still wouldn't give it to you. There is no paywall or restrictions or other blocks on your access to our data when it's released. And for those other podcasts, there isn't anything left for us to say until our papers are ready and other discoveries are made. So they're saying, hey, podcasters out there, we ain't doing anything right now. We got nothing to tell you. I thought you were working 80 hours. Everybody's working 80 hours a week. What do you mean you got nothing to talk about? Do you see how they can't even keep their lie straight? What they did, they read Christina Gomez's thing where she's now charging $500 if you don't have 20,000 subscribers if she's a guest on your show. Yeah, little tiny teeny Christine Weenie Gomez, the girl with no clue, is charging $500 if you don't have 20,000 subscribers. Gee, falls in the same wheelhouse, the same people, the same narrative as UAPx. It's amazing. They all stick together. That's what they do. We need to stick together instead of pulling each other apart over old videos that people bullshitted us 6-10 years ago. You guys need to wake up. Everybody needs to wake up. Grow up. For Christ's sake, some of you are in your 40s and you're still acting like you're 7th graders. Get over yourself. You're not that good. You're not that good. Just put your ego aside, angry channel. the Out There channel, S4, Fat Tony, all these guys with their egos, they think they can do it better. Maybe someday I'll charge $1,000 to be on somebody's show. Maybe. Oh, I know the future. I know where I'm going to be in 5 years. Traveling this country. Moonlick throwing down 222. That's why Richie gets paid the big money. The bid money? I do get paid that bid money, man. I get paid all the ducats, man. Shit. That's why you guys pay me. Do this shit. Fuck. Forget about it. Damn. When our data is analyzed... Moonlick, thank you very much for your continued support. Sorry, I almost forgot. Mucho gusto generoso, sir. Hold on. Ooh. Oh. Wait. Let's look at the tweets. Thank you, Moonlick. Seriously, continuing supporter of GoofOn. Mucho gusto generoso. I gotta go over the tweets because this is the crescendo of today's discussion. And thank you, Dave Scott, Spaced Out Radio, for throwing me the ideas. Is this it? No, I just want to look at the tweets. So let's look at these tweets. So Jesse Peak says, I didn't know you had to pay $600 for someone to come on your podcast for an interview. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. Does anyone else think this is wrong? Yeah. Would love to announce that because of this Kevin Day is now going to be on my show and for free. By the way, did you know? Remember when Alien Addict had one of the Travis Walton guys on a month ago? I couldn't believe that they paid over $100 for him to come on Alien Addict show. Couldn't believe that. He didn't pay it, he says. I think Eric paid it, his friend. Like I said, anything for subs, right? Jesse Peak is saying, I know, bro, it's absolutely ridiculous. It's someone who has someone work for them to haggle prices because he's an expert in this field, even though I've been doing this longer than him. Freaking crazy. Yeah, Jesse Peak from MUFON. Everybody's upset at this. This one time I was abducted by aliens said, actually, this is pretty standard. It's how they make money, by doing appearances. True. Appearances are different than interviews on a podcast. Hey, it's a free market enterprise, which I thought these guys hated. They didn't like, they don't like America. Because what is it? What do we do? Nah, wrong show. Thomas Thompson says, that's true. I guess it depends on the circumstances. I have to eat too as a content creator, so I get it. But I suppose because I'm not someone real famous that my perspective is skewed in a way. Personally, though, at this point in time, I wouldn't charge someone myself. Yeah, I'm looking for the other thread. I believe it's... Why am I not seeing the thread? I have it somewhere. I know I do. No, let's get rid of that. That's yesterday's news. That's Travis. That's a sighting we got to go over. Dang it. Hold on, kids. David Wilcox throwing down a Canadian $5. UFOlogy at its best. I know I put a... Hold on. I'm waiting for something here. I put a poll in the chat room. And we're going to look at that right now. real quick here. David Wilcock throwing it down. All right, let's see. Would you pay $600 to interview UAPx? Yes, absolutely, they're good. 10% of you said no friggin' way. And 90% of you said this has to be a joke. No friggin' way. Yes, absolutely, they're good. 10% of you out of 138 votes. So basically 14 of those votes were, 14 of you said, of course I will. You would pay $600 for UAPx to speak on a podcast? Well, if you're going to get, let's say you're a podcaster. Thank you, David Wilcox. Mucho gusto, generoso. Appreciate it, brother. Alien Girl's here. What's up? Maureen Macy's here. What's up, ladies? Coralad! Zach Diecast, Gyro, Prairie Fire, Jim Davidson. Welcome, Marvindale, everybody. I was just going to say something. I was looking up the tweet. Hold on. Let's see. Here it is. I believe this is the one I wanted. No, it's not. This is getting really strange. Huh. All right. I am without, I am just, I don't know why I can't find it. Because here I am. Oh, I found it. So just to read what Dave Scott was saying, since Dave Scott is an investigative journalist, was in journalism for a decade, I believe, sports and other things, he knows there are fees that people do charge. It's not out of the realm. But UAPx, it's not like having a famous actor on your show. This isn't like, it's not like having Greer on, is it? People would pay money to have Greer on their show. Absolutely they would. But UAPx hasn't, in my opinion, done anything significant proving that there's anything magical going on in the sky, in the oceans, underground, on the moon, in Antarctica, anywhere. Nobody's doing that. It's impossible. The government, I believe the Air Force has the best footage, which we'll never see because they don't share stuff. But anyway, more back on the $600. Podcasts, Dave Scott says, are podcasts on the subject are a part of the citizen journalism that has helped mold the UFO world. Charging them, for speaking engagement will hurt your clients in the short and long run. No one does this because it's not a speaking engagement. No comparison, UAPx is a UFO group that people want to talk to in an interview format. This isn't a speaking engagement. You want to charge for an engagement? Go for it. I do. But interviews? Dude, you're making yourself and your business look foolish here. Know your game. Alex Garcia says, difference is that it takes the shape of a media buy from a TV network or streamer. You know this is all too well, though. No, Dave says, in newsrooms or for talk show formats, there is no media buy that takes place for daily interviews. Once again, you're wrong. Sorry. You better continue to sit in your boardroom and let the people who know play the proper game here. Dave says, well, I can tell you when I interviewed Mark Cuban or Francisco Aguilini and other billionaires, my radio station didn't pay for them, nor did Skinwalker Ranch owner Zeke Fugel. So I'd say you're not quite accurate on how the medium actually works. Dave says, I've only run into this with Greer and Doty, which I declined the interview, as everyone should. There should be a list then of those who are trying to capitalize like this. So wrong. Yeah, Dave's going to be talking about this tonight exclusively when he does his strange news, I think is what he's doing. There is a lot of chatter going on about this. It is not good for them. And, you know, not to beat a dead horse here, because we're almost done. Not in a few minutes, we will be. Okay. It's a capitalist America, right? World, right? Right? Capitalism, that's here in the United States for sure. That's how we built this country, right? There's nothing wrong with a person wanting to charge some money as long as they can back it up with something equally as exciting. $600 for a sit-down interview on a split screen like this doesn't cut it. Those guys are hoping that it's kind of like this. It's the same thing. Like if you want to get laid, guys know all you have to do is just go from girl to girl until somebody says yes. Just ask them, you want to get out of here? You'll get 9 no's before somebody says, yeah, I'll get out of here with you. And that's what they're hoping. They're just hoping they get laid in the process. With money, not actually laid. They just hope that they get laid that way. It's terrible. It is, they are going to learn the hard way. But here's what's going to happen. Nobody cares. Nobody's going to care after this week. We're all going to talk about it. We're all going to point the finger and say, shame on you. And I'm going to say, shame on you. See, this isn't Travis Walter or Bob Lazar. You may want to pay to listen to their story. Not now, maybe, but because we've heard the stories. Not here, not, But there may be some people who want Travis Walton or Bob Lazar, or you pay UAPx on that day, and they have a fee, and if they're willing to pay for it, I might as well charge $500 to do interviews. $600. That's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. It is. Especially the state of ufology. The state of ufology right now is just, we didn't need this. We didn't need this. Don't you get sick of it though? Aren't you just sick of the game? Aren't you? Aren't you just sick of it? People always looking for ways to make money in this field. Seriously, Jeremy McGowan? Really? After what he did and the fairy tale that he gave us a couple of months ago, remember we read the whole thing here? Half of that shit isn't true. I've heard a lot of things about Jeremy McGowan and Sean Cahill that I wouldn't want to be friends with these people. They don't want to be friends with me. Anyway, I'm just saying, I wouldn't want to be friends with these people. They stab each other in the back and then they shake hands. We saw the picture of Lou Angeles, him and his head, kissing face with Stephen Greenstreet. I thought they were arguing. You see, what the left side of ufology is doing is giving you everything you want, but it's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. When they give you drama, it's planned. You know what I mean? When they're dropping evidence like Lou Angeles did, with the Felon 5 thing and all that. Come on. You don't think that was set up that way? But maybe somewhere along the line it got a little skewed and the story got out of control. But they backstab each other. They play each other. They talk about each other behind each other's backs. That's Cahill, Elizondo, McGowan, and the rest of them. Travis, Gary Nolan, Nick Pope, all these guys. Have you ever listened? Nick Pope talks shit about people, and then he's sitting there looking them in the face and saying, "Oh, it's very nice to meet you. I respect your work like nobody's." And then meanwhile, on the basement tapes, he's like, "I don't see any evidence from this person whatsoever." They're all bullshitters. And if you want to pay $600 to listen to bullshit, because I got to tell you, even though it looks like they're working hard and they're doing all this stuff with all the data they come up with and everything else that they're claiming, we still have nothing. And you saw all the stuff, all of the stuff they came up with from a cloud in the sky. They created a whole entire documentary out of a cloud. You understand that, right? Out of a freaking cloud. What was it? What was the name of that thing called? Something in the sky? A portal in the sky? Is that what it was? Unbelievable. It's sad. It is. It's sad. This whole field is sad. It just got bad. Again. It just got bad again. For a minute. It'll be fine tomorrow. But anyway, I'm looking for something and the whole time and I can't find it. This is what makes me sad, when I can't find something that should be right here. I guess I deleted it and didn't realize it. Anyway, that's it on that. Not much more I can say. It's ridiculous. Their excuse for charging is a joke. We work 80 hours a week. Oh, okay. So I see what's going on. Because you guys are working a lot, according to you, for a nonprofit. Remember, it's nonprofit. Boy, I hope they pay all their taxes and do everything the right way. I sure do. Mike Johnson sent $5 on PayPal, says just lurking today. Wicked headache. Sorry, Mike. Sorry to hear that. But thank you for the PayPal $5 support. Mike Johnson, a continuing supporter of Goof On. And Nathan, again, for $1 to add on to the other $5.55 earlier. Not trying to upset the apple cart. Speaking of SOR and Dave Scott, did you see Fessler on his panel discussion the other night? Yes, I slammed him on my show. Permission given to use any of my content ever. Thank you for the $1. Yes, I saw Uncle Fistler on the Dave Scott Roundtable show. Actually, I didn't see it. Third Face told me about it. Yeah, I don't watch anything that has any of my haters on it. Because if I would have watched that show, I would have caused a problem. So I stayed away. Did you know what he was doing on the show? Did you hear what the big Fistler was doing? And if Dave Scott ever has him on his show again, I will lose that much more respect for you. How did you not, Dave, tell Fistler to stop eating. He ate a quart of ice cream, talked with his mouth full, then he ate chocolate candy bars while he's doing this whole roundtable show. Disrespecting Dave and Spaced Out Radio. I would never have that guy on my show again. Never again if he did that. That was so... As a matter of fact, I'm going to pull it up. I haven't even watched it, but I'm going to pull it up. I want to see what this prick was. I want to see what it looked like because I was told about it. I can't believe Dave didn't say anything. I would have said, "Can you please not eat on camera?" You know me. I would have said something. I said, "There's no eating on the camera. What are you doing?" All right, where is it? I'm looking for it. 11:29. That's coming up. Strange news. 21 hour after hours. It's got to be down here. 2 days ago. No. Well, this is weird. He doesn't have it showing as 2 days ago was what? Saturday. I'm going to see if this is it. Yeah, this is it. Yeah, I'm going to pull it up. Here it is. I want to see what the fist was doing. This piece of shit loser. All right, here she is in the top right. Let's see what she's doing. Sorry, Dave. I'll look at this.
Is all about. But if you are going to be,
who will be thanked forever for
I gotta see it.
And again, it's because
look at him. He's the only one doing shit. He looks high as fuck. That's what it was. He was high. All right, so I don't see the eating yet. Oh, God. Ben in the UFO garage said, "Look at this beautiful panel." Look at him. There he is.
Tested by experiment.
Let's see what this... I haven't seen his face. This piece of shit. I really hate him more than anybody in this field. Look at the smugness.
Do they have a connection? Do they have an ability to go ahead and control?
So I don't see him eating.
Oh, my God. That's got to be worth a lot.
Look, he is high. He is high. Yeah, he's high as F. Look at him. God, see, this is why I couldn't be on. I couldn't go into the chat room. I would have been dropping bad things. I would have made his life terrible for Dave. That's why I didn't do it. I don't know why he still has this. Look at him. There's the
right
ice
off
cream.
the bat when it came to
what is he doing?
Nuclear missile silos in the 1960s.
Look, he thinks he's funny. I hate this motherfucker. Dave, you ever have him on again, I won't be your friend. If you ever have that guy on your show again, and I'm ending the friendship. I promise. No. I hate that guy. I can't even look at it. Fistler and the Angry Channel and Fake Cancer, Fat Tony. If I ever met any of those guys, it's on. It will be on. And I'm looking right into the camera and I'm saying, yeah, that's the kind of show I have. Anytime, anywhere. You tell me, I'll meet you to beat you. I will meet you to beat you. Yeah, I may be 54, but I'm 35 inside. Trust me. Trust me. Oh, I hate them. I hate them. And I mean that, Dave. You stay friends with him, it's over. After what he did right there, disrespecting you like that for no reason? How do you not tell him, stop eating? What is wrong with you? It's okay to make these shitheads upset with you. They don't care about you and your feelings and your people. I'm out of here. I hope you guys have a good night. Thank you, moderators and super chatters, for everything. You guys are keeping me around. And hopefully I'll die someday so nobody ever has to hear me speak the truth again, because that's all they care about. Anyway, $600, that's what I charge now. Any interview, $600. Pennies. Thank you, newcomers and veterans, for giving this show a chance. Appreciate it. I really do. And thank you, Hellfire Studios, for the new and we are Truthology for ufology. There we go. We'll be back tomorrow night on time, 7 p.m. Eastern, right here on Goof On. Alien Bless.
There's a thing. It's